Namaskar. In the process of learning accountancy, we have seen in the last session that there is some difference between the accountancy terminology and accounting terminology. There are two different terminology, accounting and accountancy. Accounting is different and accountancy is different. So I have already stated that accounting is the process of recording the transactions in the register. Accounting is the operational part. Accounting is done in the company offices everywhere. Whereas accountancy is the study of the accounting. Accountancy is the knowledge of accounting. Accountancy is the research of the accounting. So basically accountancy is related to study, knowledge, whereas accounting is related to transactions that is practically done in the company office wherever it is being done. So in the accountancy we'll have a small glance upon the bank reconciliation statement. In ESIC this is a very famous statement. Monthly statement is bank reconciliation statement, and in the month end all branches are busy in bank reconciliation. Somewhere some plus minus will be there, and people are breaking their head how to reconcile the bank statement. So that we'll understand. Bank reconciliation statement is a record book of the transactions of a bank account. So already SIC is having bank account in SBI. So that bank account statements are taken from the bank. This statement helps the account holders to check and keep track of their funds. So bank statement, just like individually we are having passbook. So like passbook, bank statement is there, and in that bank statement date is mentioned, credit column is separate, debit column is separate, balance is separate. So all transactions are recorded there in a numerical form in sequence day by day. So whatever check we are issuing, that is debited from our account, and whatever amount directly comes to our account number 2, that comes into the credit. Some credits comes automatic also, like interest. Some quarterly interest is deposited in our account and that we are not aware. Sometimes some debits are also taken out and we just skip it, like some check charges, some NEFT charges. So that makes the things little bit difficult to reconcile bank statement with our cash book. So the very most important part is cash book must tally with the bank statement. If bank statement is not tallying with the cash book, or cash book is not tallying with the bank statement, some error is there. Error may be on account part by us also, and some percentage of error may be expected from bank also, or some omissions may be there, omission by bank or omission by our branch, or chances of issuing the check and not realizing the check is also an issue. So that is what it is mentioned. So everything we have to keep it in the mind. So what are the difference in the timing recording the transaction, the difference in timing factors, which are bank issued check but not yet deposited for the payment, that happens. Paid check in the bank but not yet cleared, that also happens. Bank made direct debit from the customer side in the form of some charges, some commission, or some check amount deposited directly to the bank account, that monthly amount comes to us. Then dividend and interest collected by the bank, that is quarterly accrued on in our account. Bank made direct payment from the customer sites rarely happens in our case. Checks deposited, bills discounted, dishonored. This is the big problem in our bank reconciliation statement. Dishonor of check or non-clearance of check is the big issue. From branch office we have issued the check, that in that check there is one list of 10 or 20 beneficiaries. Out of 10 or 20 beneficiary, 1 or 2 or 3 beneficiaries account numbers may be blocked, account number may be incorrect, that account might have become dormant. So in all these conditions, that amount is dishonored. So that has to be countered when we go for the bank reconciliations. So errors made by company or errors made by bank, both has to be corrected. So errors can be made at 2 points. While registering the transactions by the company itself, here company is means ESIC. Errors made while registering the transaction by the bank itself. So there are two places chances of errors are there, one at company and another is at bank. So what happens, bank reconciliation can be prepared in two ways. There are two ways to prepare bank reconciliation statement. Documenting of bank reconciliation statement without adjusting the cash book balance. So first way is without adjusting the cash book balance, and second way is filing of bank reconciliation statement after adjusting the cash book balance. So these are the two ways to create bank reconciliation statement. Hopefully after this there should not be any problem. Some step we have to take for the better reconciliation. That is, first date is mentioned, that we have to check. Then balance is dispelled, that we have to check. Deposit of checks, whether collected or not collected, that we have to check. Debit against issued checks, that we have to check. Whether we issued check for 50,000 and debit is same 50,000 or 40,000 or 55,000, that we have to check. Again, that credit we have to check. If check is issued for higher amount and it is realized for lesser amount, that amount is adjusted or not adjusted, that we have to check. So, and finally adjustments of errors has to be made. Wherever errors are there, that has to be adjusted. Now the balance sheet and cash book and statement should be equal or the same. So this is called bank reconciliation statement. Hopefully this is clear, and whenever short note or full question comes in the examination, you will be able to fetch more than 80% marks in this question. We'll meet in next class. Till then, namaskar.